I just wanted to share these couple of charts from our client. Terry sent these to me, and I think what he's showing here, these are pullbacks to the moving average, and these trades are taken right here. Now, indeed, this is in simulation because of the red box, but that's okay. We should all practice before trading live. But anyway, these trades turned out really well. Very nicely done, a 500 target in a single trade, and this was at the open of the London session. So I think Terry's on Central Time, so 2 a.m. here. And then there's another one here, this one he sent me today. And so looks like 312.50 on this one, but a nice long trade here at the London or European Open on the 150 Heikin-Ashi chart. Nicely well done. This is pretty interesting, the outline of these bars. Maybe you could let me know what this is, Terry. Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday, March 11th, and I'm watching the market here. I'm just waiting for the 3 o'clock hour to see how this 30-minute bar resolves, and that will give me a better idea of what direction the market might be going here. I'm going to lean to the short side. Okay, there we go. We just got filled. And I think I'm just going to let it trade both ways because there's volatility in both directions. You see tremendous volatility here. The market just doesn't know which way to go. I'm going to scratch the trade. I need a little more clarity here. And try short again. We're just a little bit from our goal. Well, we hit our goal, so that was tough going. Okay, so what happened over here is this 30-minute bar sold down and it broke this level. And that's why I kind of leaned on the short side, even though my entries were poor. I went for it anyway. Okay, I just wanted to do a recap of today's video. We are our own worst enemies, at least I was today. The reason we use an Autotrader is to not second guess ourselves so much. And here I had made this short entry and very correctly said I'm leaning to the short side, and then as these three doji bars, these are basically undecided, and then this pop up here, I got scared right here, and instead of letting the Autotrader trade and just keeping my stop, and I would have hit my goal right here, I got out of the trade, and then of course I had to chase the market, which is not good, but I felt it was going down further. So really I got lucky with these couple of trades here, but this trade here had a potential of about 80 points or 320 ticks. So this was just really a monster trade. It was the right time of day, and as I've said many times, this is a great example of waiting till the top of the hour or the bottom of the hour to trade. And indeed, I was looking at the 30-minute chart, and I even brought it over, but on the fib grid, not this fib grid chart, but this one, which is showing the 24-hour session. This is the weekly fib grid here. And what was happening was right here. This bar closed at 3 o'clock. No, this bar closed at 3 o'clock right here. And it had hit the 50% of the weekly range fib grid level. And what I thought was going to happen was that because this bar went all the way up here, I thought that this was going to be a higher low on the 30-minute bar and that prices were going to rally and break. But instead, this bar sold all the way down. And when this bar opened, I still thought there was a possibility, and this kind of went up. And that's where all this confusion was here on the chart. There was a little bit of hesitation right here. Kind of this pop up, which was here. And then the market sold off. And again, using the fib grid as zones, you can see today how those zones work out. It broke the 50, so it went to the 75. And then when it came back up, it went to the 50, and then the 25, and then right back up to the open, to the 0. It covered that range. And then on the open, you can see it failed at the 50, so it sold down. And then it retraced here to, again, I don't have the mid zones here, but this is probably the 38, right on the money. So yeah, it was just, I just didn't have my wits about me today. I really kind of forced this trade to have a video to show today, and I really was not focusing. When I start trading the combine, I'm still practicing because I need to be more focused. This was absolutely the right time of day, this last hour. There's another trade at 2 o'clock, 2 hours before the market closed, which was right here. So, sometimes it's a few minutes before, right at 2 o'clock, but today it was, the trades were right on the numbers. Look at this. This is exactly 2 p.m. Right here, and you had this little bit lower high, and then this kind of big sell-off, and then today, right at 3 p.m. was right here. So I usually like to watch the markets a little bit before I trade, but yeah, trading. There's usually a trading opportunity. My thing is going to be trading the last 2 hours of the day. So yeah, there are two good setups here. Okay, so another thing I wanted to point out on these charts is notice the pullback to the 60 and the 20. This was just really picture perfect, and somehow in the heat of this action, I failed to really notice this properly like I should have. So I just really wasn't on my game today. This kind of pattern here is pretty common. This kind of triangle and then a break. So kind of something like this here. So yeah, I trade different than Trader Jim. I do things a little different, with analyzing the price action. Probably the break should have been drawn more like this. But you can kind of see this bigger bar down here. Another way you could have drawn this trend line is like this. You could have drawn one here like this. And so, different ways to draw trend lines, and just simply engage the Autotrader, or use your sell short horizontal entry line like this. You can do it like that, or you can use the breakout box. But the Autotrader very versatile in how you can enter a trade. Or you can wait for the logic of the Autotrader to take you into the trade. This was actually filled by the Autotrader, and it's a limit order with a 4-tick pullback, and you can kind of see that if I kind of make this bigger. This was the close of the bar, and this was 4 ticks pullback, and of course it went much higher than that. So, yeah, it's a shame. I panicked, and the first, down tick I got where, it wasn't going to be a loser, I just hit the close position button. And this all happened so quickly. If you look at the seconds, this is 15:02 in 7 seconds. And within a minute and a half, a minute or so, it dropped rapidly. And at this point, I just hit the sell button because I just couldn't get filled. And I was fortunate that it dropped, those trails stopped out, and then I went short again, and very quickly hit our target of 500 for the day, which was modest given all this volatility. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.